If the last pot pie you ate was from the little green box in the freezer section, you are missing out. Homemade chicken pot pie is a dinner winner, and we think it deserves a spot in your fall rotation. Malia Call joining me in the kitchen to share the recipe for butternut squash chicken pot pie. Butternut squash and chicken in a pot pie?
Yes.
That sounds like something I want to sign up for.
It is delicious. So we are doing a chicken pot pie with butternut squash and a puff pastry, which is also kind of a little kitchen shortcut. We are going to be using cooked chicken. I love rotisserie chicken. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right. Let's just go with that.
So we're just going
to get out of just one, right?
Yes.
And you can stretch it into so many different recipes.
So what I love about butternut squash is it kind of has a similar texture to a potato.
Oh, sure.
So it's pretty subtle in flavor. It's got a nice bright color. And any place that you would have diced potato, it would be great for that.
Especially this time of year. What did you add the chicken to? What's happening?
Oh, okay. That would be good to know. So this is
the
people need to know. So we have sauteed our carrots, our celery, our onion, and the butternut squash in some olive oil and butter.
Okay.
And once that is cooked for about 10 minutes, we are going to add flour to create our roux.
I wanted to show off and say it before you did. I was like,
a roux.
I know.
I caught you. And then we'll add our chicken stock and our heavy cream. And that'll just thicken up, bubble, become really nice and thick like you see here.
I always marvel every season how your palate does start to turn over. Like, this is the kind of comfort food we crave.
I want to be in sweats and I want to be eating a chicken pot pie. It's
right.
simple.
I know.
Once November 1st hits. So this is what it looks like. I like to just put the whole sprig of thyme while it's cooking.
Okay.
And as it cooks, it will break down and all you have to do is just pull the sprig out.
So you just throw it in there?
Yes.
Okay.
It really, I love this because it can be a weekday meal or having guests over, you want something a little impressive.
Well, I mean, that is impressive. That's fancy and beautiful.
It's so great.
Yeah.
So the puff pastry, we can find this in the freezer aisle of the grocery store by the pie shells.
Yes.
And I just rolled this out to be about the size of the dish that we're gonna be using.
Okay.
And you're just gonna put it right on here.
And you don't have to be a fancy pastry
and I'm not.
chef. Okay.
I can tell you that much. So you can kind of just, you know, crimp that under and do a little bit of a crimp. Or I like to just trim a little bit more and just do the size of the pie dish.
A simple circle.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a crimp while we're here.
I mean, this is after she says she wasn't a fancy pastry chef, but here she's crimping the side of her crust.
Yes.
How did you get it to be so golden and flaky and delicious looking?
So puff pastry is made with a dough and layers of fat. So once it hits a really hot oven at 400 degrees, it will just puff up and become really nice and golden.
And that's all you're going for because everything inside is cooked, right?
Yes. And then I like to brush it with an egg wash, which is also going to add to that nice golden color. So we're just gonna brush this on. I always do the edges too. I know this is kind of half done, so just, we know what it's supposed to look like, right?
We accept all stages on TV. Cooking.
I love adding a little bit of kosher salt to the top.
Okay. Plus, don't you feel chefy when you do a little bit of that?
Yes. High salt.
Yep.
And then we're just gonna do some cracked pepper on top.
Okay.
And this will freeze great as well.
Oh.
So I like to put my filling in the freezer.
Okay.
Up to a month, month and a half, which is
Okay.
great because we're kind of hitting that really busy season.
Yes, so double up.
Yes, double up. I doubled this morning.
Okay.
Before I came. So you can put it in the freezer and then the puff pastry stays in the freezer. And then once you're ready to use it, put it in the refrigerator and it'll be great.
Yeah, at that point, dinner's done in what, 20 minutes? How long does it take to bake up?
I would say 30 minutes.
Okay, 30, fine. I'll give you 30. But with that frozen option, that freeze-ahead meal option, that makes it really slick and easy to get on the table.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Where can we get more recipe inspiration from you?
I am on Instagram at Cooking with Malia.
Okay, Cooking with Malia. Be sure to give her a follow for all sorts of, I hope, sweatpant-worthy, cozy fall recipes.
I wouldn't let you down.
She would never let us down. Cooking with Malia will link you over from our website. Thanks again.